21212, yeah, yo. Be the fly laying lazy.
Chase to the light.
This Set the Tone podcast. We global now.
That's a fact. Right now, we're on episode number 50.
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate everybody that liked, clicked, and subscribed.
Half a ticket.
So all of our episodes, we appreciate y'all. Y'all growing with us, and we growing with y'all.
Make sure y'all keep clicking. Make sure y'all keep subscribing. Make sure y'all telling a friend to tell a friend, because it's only going to get better from here, you heard?
And we got merch on the way. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Merch is on the way. But at the end of the day, first off, I want to say we apologize to this man right here. He should have been here the first 2 or 3 episodes.
That's a fact.
But things happen. He's a busy man. He's all around the world.
He's a cash cow himself.
We got the Haitian Papi Chulo. Haitian Don King. This man is a black monument of movements in the club scene. We got my man.
Seriously, even
Bundy
before
Crum.
that, Bundy Crum, facts. But even before that, this is a dude who honestly, low key, put together a lot of things in the city of New York. Real talk. There's a dude like you the same Jamie St. Patrick. Like real talk, you like in the cut, you know what I'm saying? But you responsible for a lot of movements that were further to come. You know what I'm saying? So definitely here. We happy you here. Like you said, Bundy Crum.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you being here. What's good, bro?
Episode 50, I like that number.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? It's a good number.
Yes, sir.
So,
Half a ticket, you know what I'm saying? We here.
I'm here, I appreciate it, Let's get into it.
Let's get into
Listen, you've been here 3 decades. You've been in the game 3 decades. You're looking younger as you get older.
That's a fact.
What's going on? You got a skincare line? What's the word? Nigga? Like,
It's the jeans, the Haitian jeans. I don't know.
Nula. You heard Nula?
I got fat. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, that's like the only words I really know.
Nah.
It's the jeans, maybe 3 years in jail. I don't know.
Well, let's talk where it started. You know what I mean? You're from Queens.
From Shadyville, Queens.
Shadyville, Queens. Yes.
219.
Wake up.
Yes. Yes.
79. You know what I mean? I've been there since a long time.
That's
You know
a
what I mean?
fact. So let's. I'm gonna tell you where I know it started, but we could go from before that. Well, how was Shadyville growing? Because you older, you know what I'm saying?
Growing up, Shadyville was cool. A lot of fist fights, a lot of fighting. It's a small neighborhood, so
facts.
a lot of guys. So we just have fun, play ball, basketball. A lot of fist fights, a lot of testosterone. So we grew up just with the hands for a long time. We didn't really get to the guns until later on, but we was nice with our hands in the hood. Like, that was our thing. We'd be cool, fight, and then we'd be cool the next day.
That's true. That's a fact.
So that was a lot of that growing up.
All right, so being that you from Shadyville, I'm gonna mention a name because I know what's up. You know what I mean? His name's Bundy Crum, but he had a Crum Corporation.
Yeah, Crum Corp.
Crum Fam, right?
Crooks Raises Universal Madness. Then it turned into corporate reinvented Universal Men. But it was a group. It was like 5 guys in a group: Nico Crum, Bubba Smith,
Fact. Shout out Bubba.
Devi Crum, Haiti, Bingo. Is anybody else?
Shout out Bingo, 2 word.
So we had a little movement in the beginning. It was lit. Nico he got deported. He was writing for Trina.
I was about to say.
He wrote like
He wrote Nan. Is that
Girl, you don't know Nan.
Is that a legend?
Not Nan. He wrote.
He didn't wrote not right now.
Pull over the ass too fat.
Whoop whoop.
That's why I helped her go platinum. Actually, was that because that project was you know how they added like more songs to it.
Yeah.
That was like the song that they added to help it hit 1 million to go platinum.
Oh, that was like a last edition.
Yes. So it was out already, but they added a few more songs to boost the sales.
And that was under the Crum Corp.
Well, he was.
fam.
It was the fam. You know what I'm saying? At that time, we was Crum Corp. We was doing our thing back in New York trying to.
Because I was about to hit you there. I thought you threw that. I thought I was gonna catch you. Yeah. What Nico got deported to?
Trinidad.
Okay.
Just fucking with the guns and shit.
Yeah.
Niggas was getting money. He was doing real estate, but niggas, we was young. We was like 18, 17 when he was writing. I was 19. Nico probably was like 18 when he was writing for Trina. So we still heavy in the streets, being hood niggas and.
How'd that come about though?
For what, the Trina thing?
Just to get to Trina.
My man Bubba, I remember Bubba Smith. Bubba Smith.
Come on, man.
I think Bubba Smith was in Atlanta trapping, but he was still doing music.
Okay.
And he bumped into this kid named Deuce Pop. Deuce Pop is still actually, he's Rick Ross's manager or hype man. He's still with Rick Ross right now to this day.
That's dope.
And him and Deuce was
Slip and
cool.
Slide
Because,
days,
and Deuce was messing with Slip and Slide, I guess, at the time. Deuce was from Chicago, and basically he was telling Bub, like, I'm about to start working with this on this Trina project. So I guess he, Bub brought Nico into the picture. So they went to Miami and that was sold. They heard Nico, they heard Deuce. They all was writing on that project together. Ross, all of them was writing on Trina's project at that time. So
they took care of him.
Yeah,
Well, y'all ain't know no better at 18.
At that age, we didn't know no better as far as like the business, as far as like publishing.
Hang out with us tonight.
But they definitely was giving niggas bands, like here's 5 bands for that verse. Here's 5 bands, here's 4 bands. Like they definitely, niggas had the bands, like, niggas flying back, niggas got bands. Niggas like 19, 18 years old, so niggas tell you, but niggas publishing shit was
niggas didn't know what could come.
Niggas getting designees on there. Until I think it was rap, until when he did the whoop whoop, niggas started getting smart with their business. You know what I'm saying? So back then, niggas didn't know.
So he smartened up before the whoop?
No, after. Oh. We was young. Niggas was just giving niggas bands. Like, you wrote that verse, how much? Yo, I got 3, 4. Yo, so niggas coming home with 15 bands. Like, I just wrote 4 verses, 3 verses, I got 15 bands. Niggas, we wasn't seeing that type of money.
Right now, that's
I'm just saying, niggas, we was selling butter and shit. Niggas was making money, but a nigga just handing you $5,000 for something you wrote, like, I could do that. I could do that again and again and again. So it's not like niggas like, I ain't gotta carry a gun. I ain't here robbing niggas or selling bud or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just writing verses. Like, I could do 20 of those. So that's basically, what was going on around then and shit.
Was that your introduction to music?
Music. Well, as a little nigga, I was always like into music, like dancing. I used to be a dancing nigga, like Michael Jackson, Kid and Play. So I grew up in the era of dancing. I was dancing. I was an art major, so I was always into shit like that, like dance contests and all. So that's how I got into music, as far as dancing and shit like that.
Okay.
And then the music came later on, like junior high school. Niggas was assassinated, Bubba Smith. Niggas rapping.
18. Yeah.
I had Killer Crum family. Nico was down with me actually, and Bub was down with tanking them and assassinating them. So we always used to rhyme and shit. I used to rhyme a little bit too, but the music business more what intrigued me to get involved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, behind the scenes. When I see, like, niggas getting jerked and all that shit, I start watching. Because I used to always question shit. Like, because I was a nigga that wasn't, like, the main rapper. Yeah. So I used to always be like, yo, why this? Why not this? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Because when niggas start clashing, bumping heads, we was young. We didn't have no guidance. We didn't have no L.A. Reeds. We didn't have no, you know what I mean? Like,
teaching yourself.
We just had ourselves. We just had talent. Like, there was nobody around us. And if there was, niggas just want to take the energy. So nobody was sitting us down. And when I think about it now, I'd be like, damn, we didn't have lawyers. Because if we had lawyers, the lawyers would have broke down the game to us. So it was like niggas using
But you
lawyers.
think niggas was prepared to even understand at that time? Because lawyers talk a lingo that an 18-year-old might not understand.
Now, you got lawyers that's young now. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it's old.
And real talk too, back then, lawyers was spinning niggas too.
Yeah, that's a fact. So it was dangerous.
Oh yeah,
back
give me
then.
5,000. All right. Oh shit, they made a switch. They didn't do nothing.
Because dropping here, I had an entertainment lawyer. I'm like, damn, that nigga was just taking out bread. He never told us about BMI. Like,
nothing.
Like this shit, I'm like, damn, why they had this person on paperwork back then? Like, and I had a lawyer, old man. You know what I'm saying? That nigga didn't care. He just like, what you got for me? But he never actually sat there and broke anything down to us.
At all.
Well, what happened after the Trina when your man wrote
Trina?
the song for her? What happened after that? How was the movement after that for you?
After that, the movement, I'm gonna tell you, it fell apart. It fell apart due to like I said, niggas not knowing the business and niggas getting other type of money. Because after that, Nico and Bub started doing real estate with the money that they was getting. They started doing real estate. So now you flipping houses, they making $30,000 off a flip. They like rap music.
Yeah.
So I'm up here scrambling, me and Big Time putting mixtapes together. I'm taking niggas freestyles. I'm putting them shits on it. Them shits is buzzing, but them niggas is like, that shit ain't paying my bills.
Whose freestyles was you putting on?
I had at that time, it was Nico, Bub, or we would have like a group freestyle. We had SAS at the time from London.
Oh, the London boys.
Yeah, they was part of the.
Oh
they was
yeah,
part
you
of the
had
movement.
them too.
Yeah.
You brought them to the dips.
No, they did that on their own.
I think they were like freestyling on the corner type shit.
No,
right?
they was freestyle High 97. I think it was Cypher Sounds.
Okay.
Freestyle that kind of got them hot.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was managed. Me and Bub had a
London
management
Boys,
company called Crum Management. So we was managing them. So at the time it was hot. Kanye was looking at them. Kanye gave them beats. You know, like we was around a lot of people. So you know, and then you know, I think like to this day I always tell them I think that they should have signed with Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
but you know, them being from SAS and see the movement of Dipset, shit was so lit. It's like they got down with them because it was lit.
Because Dipset at that time was just lit. Yeah,
but Kanye was feeding them like at the time. Kanye wasn't even huge yet. He was just the producer. Kanye Kanye was just telling them like, "Yo, fuck with me. I ain't got that much bread, but you know, I'll put y'all up and we gonna make it happen." Damn. But they seen the movement. They're like.
And it's attractive, you know what I'm saying?
They were running their blood, they see shit lit, niggas. They're like, oh, I gotta fuck with this shit. So, you know, but you know, we talk about this to this day. I'd be like, man, Kanye, man, I'm telling y'all.
That was the move. Fashion.
But Kanye always fuck with them later, but you know what I mean. Like, he was trying to sign them, but them niggas was trying to get a deal because they, you know, them niggas was on a visa. So them niggas like, I gotta get signed now. I gotta do something, gotta happen. Yeah. But Kanye's like, yo, I'll put y'all niggas up. I give y'all allowance a month, you know what I'm saying?
Before Kanye dropped the tape? Was he just on production time at the time? Working on his album?
He was Kanye West.
London Boys don't get no sleep now. I know they're not going to sleep at it right now.
You know, they just gotta...
They still do that.
They still their thing. They good. They got kids. You know, they just grown. You know what I'm saying? You always could think. I could think back on many situations like, damn. But you know, you live and you learn, bro. You know. Facts. So that's basically.
So after your man's was doing flipping the real estate houses, you was doing the mixtapes.
Yeah, I was doing the music,
mixtapes,
the freestyles and mixtapes and shit. And then you know, niggas start bumping heads. Niggas, like I said, niggas were still in the streets. Niggas is getting shot, niggas shooting, niggas catching gun cases, all types of shit. And then the music, niggas start bumping heads, not agreeing on certain shit. Yeah. So Big Time, which is my nephew, at the time was like, yo, man, let's just do our own shit because it's a lot of bullshit going on between the camp. You know what I'm saying? So, but for me, it was kind of hard, but I start thinking like, damn, I was getting money. I was getting money.
You talking about DJ Big Time?
Yeah, DJ Big Time. And I was getting a couple $dollars around that time, too. So I'm like, yo, fuck it. And the name of our mixtape was called Fine Ice. We always had the Fine Ice Entertainment on there. So we was like, yo, fuck it. We're going to start Fine Ice. We're going to incorporate it, me and him, as far as like, you know, CEOs. And we put our bread together. We just start buying equipment. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to learn the photo. I'm going to learn, what's that?
Recording, Pro Tools.
The recording, the Pro Tools and all that. So Big Time's like, I'm going to learn the Pro Tools. Because he was a DJ, so that shit. He learned that shit. He learned that shit, and we just kept it moving. I just kept Rue. I kept Rue Spitz at the time, because Rue was like the youngest one out of everybody. You know, them niggas was already, they was good. Whatever they wanted to do, you know, we parted ways. You know, still my niggas, but I'm like, I'm going to go do what we supposed to be doing. Because them niggas is spending, them niggas is busting checks, going to Atlantic City. They do, I'm like, yo, bro.
Hold up. You were part of, Bubba was on that Onyx.
Yeah, Bubba was on Onyx. That's what I'm saying.
On the Onyx album,
Niggas was catching looks. Onyx. He still fuck with them. That's his people's here doing. He's doing independent movies.
Was it the track with 52?
Oh nah.
But it was that same album.
Yeah, but they gave him another name on the album. His name was called Lefty Two Guns on there.
Oh,
that was his nickname that they gave him, Lefty Two Guns.
Okay.
So in the credits, I think it's Lefty Two Guns. It's not Bubba Smith.
Oh, okay. Because I remember there was like a bar he spit.
I forgot.
And it kind of got like remixed later.
I forgot. It was bro.
I think Banks spit some shit like that.
We was so young back then, bro.
Bare arms shit type of shit like that.
Yeah, bare arms like.
I remember that shit.
Bare arms like shorts, something like that. But it's crazy because we was advanced. Like Bubba signed. It's crazy. Mike Burrell. I'm cool with Mike Burrell right now. I do business with Mike Burrell. At the time, Mike Burrell was working, I think, at Epic. I think Cameron had SDE.
Okay, around
Mike
that
was
time.
paid.
So it's like 98, 99.
97, 98.
Yeah.
And Bubba signed to Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like we was doing a demo, all of that. And like Bubba was supposed to be like the next Biggie. Like that shit was crazy. Even that's before Crum Corp actually. Yeah. The Bub run. Like I used to be Bub's hype man. Like we used to be putting shows together, all type of showcases, and you know shit happens, but it was lit. Yeah, we was like ahead of, like I'm telling you, we Cool G's, Prada sneakers. We Prada sneakers, man, Prada's, Cool G's, all types of shit back then. Like niggas thought Prada's was like, they're like, yo, why you wearing bowling shoes for? Yo, my bitch like, yo, you got bowling shoes? I'm like, you shitting me? Yeah, $495, man.
Exactly.
$495. Like, yo, y'all niggas wear bowling shoes? I'm like, nigga, these are Prada. You feel me? So we was advanced for some young niggas back then. We was putting shows together, like you see I do parties, like we been putting our own shows together, shit like that. So it's like and the hate was real back then. Like we was just fly. We had our own. We was the only niggas. I think in the hood we was like the young niggas that was venturing out the hood, like fucking with niggas from the South Side, Bronx niggas, Harlem niggas. You know how hoods kind of just stick to the hood. Like
Was you fucking with Who Kid at that time?
Who Kid?
You fucking with him?
Who Kid came later on. Who Kid came.
Because I remember he was fucking with Red. He did like a tape with Red.
Yeah. Who Kid
around
came,
that time.
Who Kid came later on. Who Kid, I ain't really get in touch with Who Kid until actually probably like Junior era.
Oh, okay. All right.
Before that,
couple years later.
Yeah, a couple years later. Before that, I was in. We like I said, we was like more in house. Like we just did our own. We did our own thing. If you fuck with us, we would fuck with you. We was like so advanced. Like as far as me, I had big time. We had everything in house.
What made you want to mess with other boroughs and other states?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. We just like. I just attract people. Like I could see somebody doing something, I just ask you like, "Yo, what's that?" Like you know what I'm saying? Like I just always speak to people. I might be quiet, but I'm always curious or something.
You had no
like
ego, basically.
And I will move around. Like you know what I'm saying? I play sports. You know, playing football. You get on a train. You go to you meet people all the time.
Facts.
And then I always moved. We was always moving. So I lived on South Side. I lived in Cambria. I lived on Murdoch. I lived everywhere. There was a certain part of my. Even after I lived in Laurelton. When I went to high school, I was living in Laurelton. So I was always meeting niggas. I was always cool with street niggas. I always do all types of niggas. I lived on Guy Brewer, and on 144th. So that's the South Side. I'm from the North Side, so I'm on there fucking with niggas. So it's like to this day, that's how I got so many ties.
Being the same you at all times.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just always link with niggas. Always fuck with niggas, and niggas fuck with me. Respect. You know what I'm saying? So I always had that respect. So I just moved through all cities like that. It don't matter. Harlem, I go to Harlem, I get mad love. Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, never go there, but no reason to go to Staten Island. But you get in Jersey, niggas
Shout out to the Woo.
Yeah, shout out to the Woo, but ain't nothing over
reason
there.
to pay toll.
What high school you went to?
I went to Bayside High School.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Nah, I went there for
That's like a private public school, right?
when you got there, it was a little different in our era. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I went there. I was an art major. I know how to draw and shit. So I went there for that and football because
you had a good football team.
Coach Cap, he was the gym teacher in 109.
Okay.
So he was recruiting. You know,
Because you went to 09.
Yeah. So I took the art test because I was already an art major. So I got into the school. So once I got to school, we just started playing. Me and my man Tank, a bunch of us.
Shout out
we just
Tank.
started a whole nother clique in there.
Tank is a different type of guy. My nigga
We
Tank.
just started a whole nother.
Word.
We just took over that school.
How did you come about Fire and Ice Studios?
Fine Night Studios. Like I said, my nephew Big Time, DJ Big Time. Like I said, he came to me because he seen so much turmoil was happening with Crum Corp at the time. So he was just, I'm his uncle, but we like 3 years apart for you. So he was like, I guess he saved me, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, boy, this shit is, a lot of shit is going on right here. We already doing the mixtapes, so we already working together, putting out mixtapes. Niggas don't want to listen. Fuck it. So we put our bread together, and we bought equipment. We started on Guy Brewer and Latham Lane on 144. Then we went to Rosedale. We stayed at Rosedale for like a year and a half, maybe 2. And then we went to Shady Film.
That's when
Village.
things changed.
And that's when things got a little different.
That's when things went up.
Shall we begin?
That's when they got legendary.
That's when things went up.
That's when
it got legendary. So now I know that, I used to pull up at Fire and Ice. I used to, you know what I mean, see Big Time recording. First it started like it would be calm. I go there during the day, get a little Elena's, you know what I'm saying? Chill on the side or whatever. You know what I mean? But then things started going up, you see, Stack Bundles.
Rest in peace, Stack.
You know what I mean?
Legendary.
Rest in peace. Before I say the next name, I will stay here on Stack. I remember Stacks being in there. How'd that come? Was it just a studio thing?
Stacks, I forgot who bought Stacks there, but Love De Niro.
Shout out to Love. Man, happy belated, man.
Love used to bring Stacks. Stacks used to fuck with Love hard.
Heavy.
And he used to do freestyles, personal freestyles for him for his mixtapes and shit. And I used to just walk in there. He used to just be in there. Then he started realizing, like, damn, it's empty at night, like 3, 4 in the morning. So one night I came from the club, I think Temp or something. He's in there doing a freestyle over a Nas beat. That freestyle's legendary. I think it's Ain't Hard to Tell beat.
Oh, Ain't Hard to Tell.
One of them beats, but that shit was fire. And like I said, Stacks used to just always be in there. Then he was fucking with Fox. When Fox came home, they did a couple songs together. So, everybody had their, it was like a little clique in there, like everybody that recorded. So
is he what brought Fox, ended up bringing Fox over there?
Who brought Fox?
Or you knew Fox already?
It's crazy. I didn't know Fox before that. I knew of him. And my man Hellraiser just came
Demetrius?
home. Yeah.
Yeah, free Hellraiser too. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
It's crazy.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's another crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Hellraiser was
Word, Hellraiser used to be over there heavy.
yeah,
That's a fact.
And that's crazy. It's like when you
I'm just thinking about that. That's
crazy
a fact.
it's like when something's like, not there no more, and it's like, damn, that was like a safe haven for a lot of niggas, not to get in trouble.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. That was like a safe haven. Because Hellraiser, when he was over there, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't getting in trouble. He was chilling. He was happy. He was smiling and laughing. You know what I'm saying? They go step out the doors and you don't know what happens.
Yeah.
But a nigga Hellraiser used to be telling me, like, yo, my man Fox about to come home. He think he can rap and shit, but he official, you know what I mean? Wild nigga, like, telling me, they jail stories and shit. Yeah. One day I'm in the studio, I'm sitting in the office, chilling, like, door open. Some tall nigga in the hallway arguing, like, yo, what? It was him, one shot.
Oh, rest in peace.
It was him, one shot.
One shot. What's going on?
It was one shot.
People was in Fire Night Studios.
It was SOS. They was called Gun Squad back then. And
you talking about Curtis
and all them, Black and all of them, and and
40P
and Maine. So I guess something happened between the young boys, and they was trying to piece it and shit. Fox was, and I guess the nigga they was beefing about wasn't there or something. The little nigga. So Fox like, the nigga's not here. The nigga we beef. Where that nigga at? I'm ready to kill him right here, right now. Kill him right here, right.
God.
So I'm looking like, who y'all gonna kill in my shit? Like, so I'm looking. I'm like, this nigga's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in there like that. And then we got introduced or whatever. And then I called Harry like, yo, it's crazy. You was just like, this thing was just talking about this nigga probably like 3 weeks ago. Fox just came home. The nigga had his shit in a doobie. Nigga shit was wrapped with pins and shit like this. With some Cardis, like, you know what I mean? Okay. He had weight on him too.
Yeah, wait, he tall.
He just came home, nigga. Nigga had his shit wrapped. It was $1 Million Fox. It wasn't even mine. It was $1 Million Fox.
Word.
Nigga had his shit wrapped, doobie. Nigga had pins in his shit. Nigga had some Cardis on. Like, what the fuck is this nigga? Then Maine knew the nigga. They, niggas like same age, but I guess one shot and the other young boys had a little hood conflict, and they was trying to squash the beef. So that's how I met Fox that day and shit. And we just started working together. Fox started coming. He's like, yo, this shit's ill. Like, he started coming every day. Nigga start tipping. He do 2 hours, leave 500. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just started coming every day. It's like he got intrigued to the music shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess, like I said.
But y'all gravitated to him.
Yeah, we gravitated.
Y'all ended up becoming dumb outs.
And then, I guess him and Doughboy, which is Doe Pesci now. Doe Pesci and him, I guess they when they start working together, they built,
Doe was doing the beats.
Doe was doing the beats and shit, so they had a chemistry. Yeah. They built the chemistry together, so it was inseparable. Like, every producer, engineer I had in there, certain artists would get a certain chemistry with a certain producer, or engineer. You know what I mean? And they did both. All my engineers was producers, so we had unlimited beats. So that's how we used to infiltrate a lot of record labels and stuff like that, because we had beats. We always thought, like, rappers need beats.
Look at Doe, to this day, he's still with Banks,
So
right?
that's how I'm going to get rappers over here, and that's how I'm going to get my man Rue Spitz verses, because we had beats. So artists need beats. Then, I just slip Rue in the room, Rue smoke. Once niggas smoke, niggas smoking, talking.
Niggas a legend now.
Catch a verse. We was catching verses from a bunch of people for Rue, because we had beats in the room. You know what I'm saying? So that just went hand in hand. A lot of labels. That's how I infiltrated was with the beats.
Were you around? Just to go a little back. Were you around Stax when he got with the whole Desert Storm movement and all that?
Desert Storm. Matter of fact, when Stax came around, it was Desert Storm before it got to Bird Gang.
Before it got there.
And then I was there when he converted to Bird Gang. Because he did that. One of the last freestyles he did was the Fully Loaded Clip freestyle. And he did that in my studio.
Legendary. That was hard.
That was like
the G-Unit shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That freestyle, he recorded that in my studio.
He bodied that.
I was there with him. He just came off a tour.
Did a video too.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Wasn't the video in the studio too?
Nah, we have footage. Just recording him rapping.
But there's a video, I think, when he was in a stew. I felt like it was at Fire and Ice. I'm not sure, but
this in studio.
Well, I know there's
That's another.
I know there's a big video of Stax at Fire and Ice with a world famous superstar spitting.
Talking about the Nicki Minaj. That actually went viral, actually. That
went
was a
viral.
First, she was, because, you know,
Fire and
like
Ice.
I said, Fire and Ice was just like a hub to just catch artists. And, you know, if I had artists, I'd be like, yo, you better holler at these niggas. They here. So she went in the room, was like, yo, let me rap for you. So he was like, go ahead. So she went crazy. Like,
So it was a moment she just saw Stacks in the studio and said, I want to spit.
She talking to me. She's like, yo.
She told you, I'm about to go spit for him.
I'm like, I need him on my tape, like type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever.
Yeah, he's dead.
Just whatever. She just went in there.
Sickening, my nigga.
They just went in. She just went in there like, yo, let me rap for you. She spit for him. I was like, yo, holla at Buns. You know what I mean? Let's get something. And they ended up doing a freestyle together.
Yeah.
It was all about the Benjamins. It was on
Matter of fact,
stage.
isn't that just to go to what you said about the fully loaded clip, that's when he shouted out Nicki.
I think so.
Trying to get a quickie.
He did.
Trying to get a quickie from Vicky, hoping Nicki Minaj. Facts. I remember that.
Yo, things happen so quick, bro.
Yo,
Right.
that was that one.
You're
I remember he shouted it out.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Stacks was official, bro. Out of any artist, like, you know, everybody have their own, you know, I have things I like about, but Stacks, as far as like his heart, like him keeping his word, he was official. Like,
That's a fact.
that nigga didn't write.
No.
That nigga had to do a verse for Rule. They went to, he didn't have a car that day or whatever happened. They went to go pick him up. By the time they picked him up, he came back, that nigga had his verse ready already. He got to the studio like, yo, I'm ready. Niggas like, what you mean I'm ready? When he was in the car, he kept saying play the song over. But he's not telling niggas what he's doing. You know, he just like,
He's just
you know the
bobbing.
bob he got? Like, by the time he was in the studio, he was like, yo, I'm ready. And they're like, what you mean ready? I wrote the verse on my ride here. They was like, you wrote it where? They was like, it's up here. And nigga went in there and knocked it out. And also crazy, we did a remix to that song. We put SAS on it and Remo. We was like, damn, we already asked him for a verse. Like, we not gonna even bother him to get on the remix. That nigga heard it. He's like, why y'all doing a remix without me? And give me another verse. Some niggas ain't gonna do that.
But that's a real rapper.
He came in the
That's a
studio.
real spitter.
He see niggas doing the remix. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, y'all doing a remix without me? I'm getting on it. Because you know you didn't want to bother a nigga. He already gave you a verse. You know,
You want to stress him out too
stress a
much.
nigga out. That nigga was like, I'm getting on this. That nigga sat there, wrote his verse, and got on it. We was like, damn, he official. So I was committed. He was always official, bro. Stand up nigga. He was always about his word. Like, he was official, bro. I love Stacks for that.
Nah, Stacks was, and like you said, he'll be just bopping,
He was
throw a
ill.
little something out, and it just, the verse pops out of nowhere.
He was ill.
When all right, so now after Stack and Nicki do their thing, what's the next artist?
No. Hold on. Let's stay here.
I'm just saying,
Because I want to say this because I said that legendary viral moment of Nicki being in the stool, but something you just said that I want to dwell on. You said she said, "Bundy, I'm about to go spit for him." That means y'all had a relation.
Yeah.
So how did you even find
did I meet
Nicki?
Nicki?
How did you catch Nicki Minaj?
Being in the club.
Because people don't know this right here.
It was
well,
me.
people do know, but it's, you know what I'm saying?
It was me and Rule. We was in a club. I think it was the Social Club at the time.
Okay.
In the city. My man Tone Bird, Stag
Shout out
Entertainment.
Tone Bird.
was
Yes.
Tone Bird.
Shout out to Tone
So we was
Bird.
at one
That
of
nigga been outside.
yeah.
Facts.
So we was at a club and we was smoking and shit at the time. I think I was smoking a little bit. We was smoking and shit. And this girl was like, yo, what y'all smoking on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, start talking to us. You know, now we all smoking and shit. And she was just asking us, like, what y'all do? We was like, we got a studio. She was like, a studio? Niggas with a studio? Like, yeah, right. We was like, yeah, we're looking at her like, whatever. We laughing. And then we exchanged numbers or whatever, blah, blah. And one day we just chilling in front of the studio. Shorty walking by. This is crazy. She just
I ain't gonna lie,
by.
it sounded like she was preeing y'all niggas.
No,
like, yo,
this ain't-
I heard these niggas
this-
got a
but-
studio.
but-
And I'm finding these niggas out. Man.
But this ain't Nicki though. Like, this is her friend.
Oh, this is another.
This is her home. I'm trying to tell you how we got
Oh.
introduced to her.
Okay, copy,
She had a friend
copy.
named, her friend name was Viola. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
She's just walking past the studio. We like, oh shit, what you, I guess
This is
she-
in the Ville at the time.
in the Ville.
Oh, all right.
But I guess she was fucking with some nigga around there. We had a corner store there, so a lot of people go get Dutchess, whatever they want
that's a
from that
fact.
corner
Sure.
store. So she just walking by. So we like, oh shit, we like, the studio's right here. She's like, oh, y'all niggas really got a studio. But she was telling us she rapped when we met her.
Okay.
So she went in there, she rapped a little bit, then she's like, nah, but she's like, my friend though? Like, you know, I got a friend named Nicki. She's like, she get busy. So we like, all right, bring her through. So one day she bring Nicki through. She bring Nicki. Nicki had a CD. She's like, y'all gonna listen to my music, blah, 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 blah. At the time, you know, I was bossed up. I'm like, y'all niggas listen to it.
I
You know
got
what I
time
mean?
for this.
Wow.
No, I told Rue and them niggas, I was like, yo, y'all niggas listen to that.
Let me know if it's good.
So
Wow.
I stood in front of the studio just like, niggas came out like, shorty fire. You know what I'm saying? Like word? Now I went back in there, listened to a couple of tracks. I'm like, wow, shorty delivery was tight. Her shit was on point. I'm like, oh, all right, I seen it. But at the time, she had a production agreement with Full Force.
Is that
Remember the older dudes?
Oh, Full Force, the niggas from Kid and Play.
Yeah, the Diesel niggas.
Yeah, the Diesel niggas.
she had a
Safari.
she had a
Give me mines, my nigga.
I smell pussy.
Yeah,
them
them
niggas. Yeah, I know what you're talking
So she was
about.
just telling me, look, she had a demo at the time. It was a demo. I'm like, yo, ma, niggas don't do demos no more. Like, you gotta get on these DVDs and mixtapes. Cause that was the era of DVDs and mixtapes, niggas. But you know, I like that. I was like, you can come over here and fuck with niggas. You could spar. I was like, yo, I could get you on some mixtape like Jay, you know, Jay Love, Superstar Jay Love, De Niro, DJ On Point. It was a bunch of niggas. Master C. It was a lot of DJs that I was fucking with.
DJ Keys.
It was mad niggas. Because a lot of niggas used to get their tapes done at my spot, like mixed or put it together. So that was another thing. I had DJs in pocket, and they was my guys. I went to school with Jay. We went to 109. So I knew Jay since junior high school. So a lot of niggas I knew for a long time. Love, you know, neighborhood, childhood. We all grew up together, knowing each other. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, ma, you gotta get on these mixtapes and DVDs. Like, demos is old school. Like, niggas don't do demos no more. It's cute. Because, you know, they make demos, go shop at labels. But I'm like, they're not seeing the full potential. So me and Rue was telling her, breaking it down to her, like, you gotta jump on these tapes and shit like that. The world gotta hear you in a different light. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta see you. So she started coming to the studio doing verses with Rue. You know, I had a bunch of artists. Like, I had Danny Brown. I had this group from Brooklyn called Side Block from East New York. Actually, now they shoot videos. Actually, one's called Meet the Connect. He shoot all the.
Oh, I've seen that.
That was my artist.
Oh, word?
Stacks.
Oh, that's them.
My artist, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And him and Showtime.
I seen Meet the Connect.
Him and Stacks and Showtime. It was called Side Block. They was the young boys at that time. At that time, they probably was like 18, 17. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was like some metaphor type niggas, like some Binks young boys. They went crazy with the metaphors. Shit. So I was like, yo, just come to a spot with niggas, you know, do freestyles, whatever. Just whatever you want. Circulate. Just come through. She started coming through, doing joints with Rue. You know, Rue at the time was buzzing like DVDs and mixtapes, Rue Spitz or whatever. So, you know, she would jump on the joint with him. Then I throw it on Superstar J Love De Niro. So she started buzzing. Her name started getting around. And then at the time, MySpace was lit. So now she made a MySpace page. And I guess that's what Fendi came across her page. She was like, yo, who this Fendi nigga? I was like, yeah, I know him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know him. Like,
Come up DVD at that time.
I didn't even say all that. I was just like, yeah, I know him. You know, like he did his thing. He had to come up DVD. That shit was lit.
That shit was
like, that shit was popping. So you know me, I'm a nigga like I don't hate on nothing, nigga.
Yeah.
You know. So one day I'm chilling at the studio and shit. My man Remo called me. Remo the rap star, all distro called me. He like, yo, I'm with Fendi right here. He's like, Fendi's asking me, like, yo, who fuck? I guess Fendi's going around asking like, who's this girl? Who she deal with? Like, where's she at? And he was telling like, yo, she be at Fine Nights. That's Bundy got her. Like, you know. So he's on the phone. He's like, I'm with Fendi. This nigga's asking about Nicki, blah, 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 blah. So he's like, yo, just listen to him. You know what I mean? Hear him out. So Fendi jump on the phone like, yo, shorty fire. I won't fuck with her. Like, yo, blah, blah, blah. And at that time, she was in the studio. I was outside, called her outside. I let her talk to him real quick. You know what I'm saying? She was like, well, holla at Bundy, whatever. So after we get off the phone, me and Rue's telling her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not going to hold nobody's career back. So I'm like, yo, you can fuck with him because he's lit. He got to come up there. He could do more for you. You know, at this stage, this is what I could do. He probably could take you. But, you know, just watch how you deal with a nigga or whatever. Like, and then, you know, I gave her blessings. Then she started, you know, she started fucking with Fendi at that time. And then she shot her first video on the come up. And we produced it, you know what I'm saying? I was in the video. 40 Cal was in the video. You know, we had our niggas' cars out there and all that.
That 42.
So that's basically.
Nah, they gotta respect you on a different levels, huh? Nah. Nobody would ever give somebody else a blessing.
A full
like that. A full blessing. Like, you know what? Some people be like,
yo, let's sign a paperwork before you go.
Some people be like, you know what, you ain't going nowhere, man. Who that nigga? Nah, fuck that. Nah, real talk, nigga. You gotta go, man. But you know, you ain't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like me, I'm not, yo, bro. Like I said, I ain't go to school for the shit. I ain't do none of that, and I'm a good-hearted nigga at the end of the day. That's why a lot of people respect me. Once you respect me, we good. So, like I said, like it was real. The nigga could do more for her at the time, and like I said. As far as business, like I was a hustler, so I was trapping. You know, nigga, I was still a street nigga. Yeah. No matter what you see going on, I got other shit going on. So you gotta think, I'm here. I might be at the studio for then. I be gone for 2-3 weeks doing whatever I do.
Come back like what's going on?
So sometimes you know you don't be there. Like I said, we had a lawyer. This nigga never sat us down and really explained the music business.
The lawyer was white.
Yeah, old white man. He never sat there and explained the business. You call him, he's not available. Whatever, but nobody sat there and explained the business to us. So it's just like homeboy shit going on. Like we selling beats, but it's cash. Niggas giving us cash.
Yeah, whatever's on site.
Niggas
Everything's
bread,
on site.
Everything on site.
Yeah.
So it's like I never learned the music business. I just knew music. Niggas just had talent. Like niggas just knew niggas. Niggas was fucking with niggas. We just put our hustle into doing the music, like flipping beats and doing. It was just street shit, bro. It was like the same shit. It was nothing different. Like. And everybody that was in the music was street niggas. So we all knew each other. Mook Diamond was working at Def Jam. Niggas was over here. My son Trav was an A&R at Rockefeller. Okay. That's how I started fucking with Danny Brown, because my man Trav had found Danny Brown while they was on the road. You know, we go to different cities, artists be giving out their CDs and shit like that. So my man Trav was an A&R at Rockefeller. And he's like, I got an artist. Let me use your studio. That was my man. So, he started bringing Danny. Danny caught chemistry with Doughboy. They just started building. They working. So, Danny, that nigga was ill. He was a different type of nigga.
I remember seeing him.
That nigga was quiet. That nigga, he used to be in a corner with his headphones on. That nigga spent a day writing, and then the next day he record. That nigga record a song in 8 minutes, bro. Full song. That nigga,
just go.
I watched this nigga do like 8 songs like in an hour and a half, bro. Like,
and that's tough.
That's
very
tough.
A lot of niggas spent a lot of studio money doing one song for 3 hours.
I watched niggas do 7, 8 songs in an hour, like an hour and change.
That's hard.
1 take, 2 takes maybe.
That's hard.
Ad-libs, doubles, done.
That's hard.
Done. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was the street Danny. Like, I got so much music on. I got a whole mixtape of him and Rue did a collab mixtape that we just ain't never put out. I still got that shit.
So as, just go back to Nicki, because that's a prominent name, but as she's progressing, are you there?
I'm still around, because when she was with Fendi, she was definitely stopping by the studio. Okay,
but it wasn't like
she's working.
But you're not more or less hands on.
Oh nah, not as much hands on.
It's like you gave the blessing. It's like I'm about to go my route and
but she was tapping in. I got she coming to the studio, check us.
Okay,
she's still linking us.
She wouldn't still record at the spot though.
They had their recording spot. I think they was recording in the Bronx somewhere.
Okay.
But she would come by.
Okay.
Because I remember I was facilitating things still, because she did a song with SAS and she was with Fendi at the time. Okay. They was working on their mixtape. I took her to Joel Studio in Jersey. We had the Dipset ties. So at the time I had the White 7. So I took her to Jersey to do
the
white
exactly. Don't play my son. You heard my son's still here. You heard?
So I had drove her to Jersey. So she was always around. Okay. But after a while, people get busy, so it's like she started doing her thing. But she always tap in though. Okay. She was calling niggas, see what's up with niggas for Rue. She had mad love for Rue. So she will always tap in. You know what I'm saying? So, but she working, and we understand that, but. The love was always there though.
That's solid. That's solid.
Gotta respect Nicki, because people will be like, yo, people be writing for her, but people was attracted to her writing skills before.
No, she's authentic.
Before. No, for real. People need to stop that. Like, yo, nobody writes to Nicki, my nigga.
Nah, she official, bro. I'm telling you, bro. She official, man. She get in there. She used to be like, yo, too much noise over here. I'm gonna go in here. Come out, verse crazy. She used to be getting niggas on verses. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, you could just see.
I was like, yo, Rue, she got you on that song.
See.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you can see just her presence.
She was her presence. She always start. I used to tell Nicki like, yo, you gonna go somewhere. Like I always seen it. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk that much, but I be like, yo, you gonna go so you official.
She's better than a lot of niggas.
Bro. A lot, not a little bit. Like,
a lot.
Like extremely. Like there's another person. Like.
I don't even want to say no names. Somebody try to clap me, you feel me? But she's better than a lot of niggas.
It's like she going to character when she become that girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
when she goes, she goes.
And it's like I see Nicki, and it's like I see Nicki. I know Nicki. Like I always, You know what I mean? She in the studio, she debating with niggas. She gonna debate you. She ain't like a timid bitch that's like, oh, you right.
Yeah, no,
never,
she's
nigga.
she's
going at it with you. She's gonna stand on it. Like always arguments, and I'm like, we got enough, but she gonna stand on her shit though. Like she always been like that. Like her character always been like, strong. She always been a strong person.
You also dealing with 40 Cal.
Yeah, 40 Cal. It's crazy. That 40 Cal, it's crazy because like I said, the kid Trav was an A&R at
Rockefeller.
At Rockefeller. And before he became my man, I ain't know him yet. He was just an A&R. Like, so me and Big Time used to go to like different labels trying to shop the beats. So we used to go up there. We used to call upstairs looking for. It was another kid we was looking for. We wasn't even looking for Trav, but Trav was like, "Yo, fuck it, let them up." So he let us up, and we gave him the beats. At the time, Big Time used to do like a lot of sample soulful beats.
Okay.
Trav was like, "Damn, this shit."
Look where the game is now.
So you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of samples and soulful.
Before Kanye, during Kanye?
It was during.
Okay.
It was Kanye was there.
Okay.
Because this is now Dipset is there, so Kanye was already there.
Okay.
Because this is the Dipset.
Dipset, yeah. This is
the
2000.
Early.
6, 5.
Early 2000s. Early 2000s.
Maybe before 5. Maybe.
I can't remember years
yeah.
if you start asking. But me and Big Time, like I said, we used to go to all these record labels, and we used to go to the record labels because he was a DJ. So at that time, they used to give us vinyl.
Okay.
We had beats, so we like, yo, while we here, we're gonna try to infiltrate. You feel me? So while we getting vinyl, we calling other departments and shit. So anyway, the nigga traveled like, yo, send them up. So we went up there. He says some beats. He's like, oh shit, this is kind of tough. Like, he looking like this shit is fire. So we left. We like, you can have that because we made copies. Like, you have that. Nigga called us, yo, I got somebody to get on one of y'all beats. It was J.R. Ryder. You know we didn't get to the big dogs yet, but J.R. Ryder was the young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Young
So, Trav was thinking like, yo,
yeah.
I might not get these niggas yet, but I'm gonna give it to Hell Rell, Trav, and all these niggas was around. So he had gave So J.R. Ryder had did one of our beats. It was I think it was a Bob Marley sample. It was like a reggae hip hop.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's called Jamaican Diplomatic, something like that. That shit was hard. So after he did that shit, we met up with JR, you know what I'm saying? He came to Queens.
Oh,
that's when I had the studio at Rosedale. That nigga came to Rosedale and shit. He came to Rosedale with a couple niggas. Him and Rue was freestyling. We was recording them niggas freestyling. Then he gave Rue a verse.
Oh, fine.
He gave Rue. Then we, now we had our little thing going. And then we moved to Queens Village, the Shadyville studio now. So now one day, Andy Benny, Fiend Out.
Fiend Out TV.
Lena's was around the corner.
Yeah, Lena's right there.
So he like, yo, he like, yo, 40 Cal in there. We used to get the word of any nigga that go in there.
That go to Elena's, yeah.
40 in there.
Right
I'm
there.
like, yo, bring that nigga over here. Like, bring him through. So, 40 like, damn, nigga said. It's crazy. That nigga was living up the block.
He was in Cunningham. Yeah, he was in Cunningham.
So, that nigga every day, that nigga walk down the hill, come to the studio. Now he's hearing unlimited beats. Like, nigga, he just did like, he's 40 Cal at the time. He's Fight Club.
Was he already with the Dips?
Yeah, he was Dipset.
Right,
he was Fight Club, 40 Cal, Dipset. Fight Club was heavy around that time.
Facts.
So he's lit, like, on that battle level. Like, so every day he coming to the studio, he just walking down the hill, like, yo, Buns, yo, come in, nigga. Yeah. So he did. He like, who? Somebody got that beat? No.
Nah.
We not gonna say no, go ahead, go in the booth, record it. So we just started recording mad songs. We ended up at that time, he was signed to Koch. So we ended up doing like 85% of that album. Like,
oh, that's fine.
I think Shatik got signed on that album. Huh? Yeah, I got him a check on that album.
Yeah.
Check, I keep telling you.
Yo,
He said, I didn't get no check. I keep telling you.
what's going on?
Yo,
Sounds like, yeah, bring that up.
I'm about to call Duke. I'm about to call Duke.
Nah. We settling all ties and
You
differences.
ain't get no checks from none of them projects?
Shit, nigga. No, not that project.
Oh,
Other
man.
Dipset mixtape you got something for?
Oh,
That's the
man.
only Dipset thing.
We handling
Damn,
all
I'm gonna call
business
Duke.
today.
I'm call Duke. Yo,
Yo.
Duke, we handling Duke.
Hey, mind you, I've been around Duke man time. He ain't never
That's
said
my
word.
gossip.
Yo.
So it kind of just, it just like the chemistry, it just happened authentic though. And I thought I would have been dealing with JR like that, and I ended up fucking with 40 like that because he lived up the block.
Yeah.
So I just ended up co-managing him. Me and this kid named Cool, that was his man. So we ended up just managing him, and I was just doing a lot of business for him and stuff like that.
That's
So
what's up right there.
he was around. It's crazy because Nicki was on. It's crazy because Nicki was on that album, but Nicki
Oh,
only
was on
did the
40's joint?
Yeah, but
Oh.
she was in Nicki Minaj yet. She was just Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
He just had to do like the hook and stuff, and I don't even think he gave her credit on there. Like he should
didn't
have given her
give her
first.
just
He just gave her.
He
Like,
didn't
he
see
used the
what-
voice.
see what was
I'm
to
gonna keep
come.
it 100. He claims that he's the reason why she sings.
Who?
40 Cal.
I'm not gonna say. That's my guy.
I know. That's what he's
It's
saying.
people
I'm going by what that man
opinion.
said.
She was saying a certain way. He just told her how to say it for the record.
He helped
but
for
I'm
the
not gonna
record.
say
That happens.
Yeah, shit
That's part
happens,
of
you
the
know what I'm
game. That's
saying?
part of the game.
it sounded good. You know what I mean? That's my
Yeah.
brother. It sounded good. If it made that interview lit, it made the interview lit. Like,
Yeah, I'm
you know,
saying.
niggas be going viral saying shit. Look, you remember that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but he already kind of had the hook, so he was just teaching her how to say, because she was saying it one way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when you do that with all records, I worked
Yeah.
on mad projects.
Like, yo,
that's
I
what
think you should do it
happens.
this way.
It
That
happens all the
happens.
time. You know, I was like producing a lot of shit, so.
Was it around the time of Nicki's elevation that you caught your situation?
Facts. I actually caught my situation. I think she was with Aunt Debbie at this time when I caught my gun.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was like that was kind of like a downhill point for
Sorry.
me. Before we
What
even
is
get
the
to
situation for people that don't know?
that. No, me and 40 one night we was going to Jam Rock.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Long Island.
I think this
Long
nigga Red
God
Cafe
bless.
had a show.
Oh,
Some shit was going on. Izzo had something going on.
What else?
Izzo had a show.
In the hood.
Niggas, I brought the hammer with me. Somebody just got shot in the hood, which I didn't know. The cops are swarming the hood.
On Stead over there?
No, at the time.
Huh?
No, at this
Wherever it
time,
was.
the studio was in Laurelton at this time.
Okay.
Cause this is right where I left Fine Ice, and I had a crib now. So
Okay.
I had a studio crib. I had the whole first floor. I had a studio.
Okay.
So we was going to this event. Cause we was already the crazy part. We was in the V already, and I went back and got the gun. Like, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Walked in the crib, looked at the shit, and I hesitated. And I just said, fuck it, and I grabbed the shit. Instead of putting the shit in the trunk, I put the shit on my hip.
Them terrorist niggas will
You
make
feel
you
me?
bring that thing out, you heard?
Yeah,
Well, Long Island terrorists? Oh, nah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got make you
You
bring
got
that
to,
thing out, you
you
heard?
heard? Nah, terrorists, you got to. I swear to God. Nah,
Jam
terrorists, you
Rock is by the
got to.
I
terrorists.
fuck with a
word.
lot of them niggas.
Yeah.
By that time, them niggas was terrorizing
Yeah,
Jam Rock.
yeah, you
I see them
feel me?
niggas beat a nigga butt naked. I'm talking about buns
Them
out,
terrorist
no
niggas
freaking.
at that time back
nigga
then,
whooping
Jam
niggas
Rock?
out. Yeah, but you know,
had to bring that shit out.
but I
you
was
heard?
familiar with faces because I used to fuck with the
Facts.
nigga that owned Jam Rock Jr. And we had a studio in there. So around that time, I knew a lot of niggas from out there, just seeing face. But we was always strapped. We ain't never sleep on nobody. We stayed with the pistol.
Right.
So now, we was going up there. That's why I don't like GPS for a reason. This nigga, while I'm getting the hammer, this nigga 40 put the fucking address in his GPS. So I know how to get to the highway. Once you take 130th Ave, that shit runs into the Cross Island.
It's a
Right
fact.
over there.
It's a fact.
So we going, 130th Avenue that shoots through Laurelton. You take that
Yes.
shit straight. Takes you
it
right to the
straight.
Cross Island. You
Boom,
make that right,
there, yeah.
and get on.
You get on.
He puts the shit in his GPS. So while we going, the nigga makes a left. So now he makes a
turned all the
left
way.
into Cambria.
Oh, to go all the way down.
I don't know what that shit
I know
doing.
where he was trying
that
to
shit
go.
made a left. We in Cambria, back blocks. The D's is coming.
Because that's a perfect spot for the D's.
Yes.
D's is just coming. Now we crossing. The D's is crossing. And we in a black tinted Acura TL. I hate those cars. Just because of that. I fuck them cars. So now we crossing.
Wow. That's tough.
We crossing. Them niggas is looking. I'm trying like, God damn. I'm like, this fucking pistol's. It's just on my hip. It's just cold. I feel this
There's
shit.
no stash in
No
here.
stash
nothing.
in here. So now we go. We go. But like I said, somebody just got shot in Laurelton. So they come into Laurelton.
They checking everything.
Like they really care.
We got 10. So his shit's pitch black.
So,
Pitch black.
so
And his car's black. Niggas bust a U-turn. This shit happened so quick. I don't know. Niggas on our bumper. Niggas, I look, niggas behind us. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm looking, this nigga's like, yo, what we gonna do? I'm like, if it ain't motion,
couldn't
I
take him
should
for
be,
a ride, right?
huh?
Couldn't take him for a ride.
Not the way it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like my spirit just said, just
Hold it
It is
down.
what it is.
hold it. I don't
yeah.
know. You know what I'm saying? I usually think a little different. 40 my man, but I never really been in a certain situation with a nigga, so I don't know
Tell
how
him,
nigga
yo,
try.
get low
and,
and all
and not
that,
for nothing, the nigga 40 is blind, like the nigga with glasses, nighttime. I'm like, this nigga's gonna crash. We gonna die in
Black
this
on
motherfucker.
black.
No,
Yeah.
I know. You know your man. Like he don't see too good already.
facts.
He wear glasses. So I'm like, if this nigga and they like kissing the bumper basically.
Yeah.
Like this nigga try to leave and high speed chase, we gonna die. Cause I know this nigga driving skills is not no disrespect for that. You not fuck with you.
Yeah.
But I know his driving skills is not crazy. If it was Rue or somebody like that, I know. You know who your niggas.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I just was like calm, like yo, it is what it is. Niggas came. They came on some bullshit too. They didn't even come on no. Cause I told you I didn't know them like that. Them niggas came on some just opening the door. So they opened the door and 40 pulled them out. Bro, I'm like, damn, them niggas on some gorilla shit. Like, why didn't be so aggressive?
But
We
niggas
niggas was
caught a body.
smoking and niggas was smoking. It's over. They smell weed. They could search the car. That's probable cause for
Yeah,
smelling
especially
weed.
that
Back
time.
then.
Yeah, especially
Back
at
then,
that time.
probable
Facts.
cause, they smell bud, it's lit.
It's lit.
So now I'm trying to see, but this nigga's right here. The other D's right here. I'm like, damn, if I could, I'm just seeing if I could take it off my hip or something.
Yeah,
At least it's
throw
not
something
on me.
real
Like, you
quick.
know what I'm saying? At least it's not on me.
Yeah, we'll
But
figure it
on
out.
your person, the laws be different on where the gun is at, trunk, in the house, on you. That nigga opened the door. I'm like, fuck. Nigga patted me, felt the shit. Nigga say, move.
They scream, God!
Nah, nigga said something. He said, you move, I blow your fucking head off like that. Then it was over after that. I had to sit up for 3 years. I think I was out on bail for like a year, you know, still doing the music shit, trying to figure out life. You know what I'm saying? Just that. But at that time, Nicki was with Art Debbie. That's when all the Gucci Man shit was going on.
Yes.
And shit like that. That shit was lit.
How did things change from when you came back home?
When I came back home, I went in 09. I came home in 09,
12.
April. I came home in
2012.
April 2012, April. Came home. When I came home, you know, me and nigga like me always been on my own. So I had to move to LI with my brother.
Okay.
Cause I had to parole out. I had to find somewhere to parole. So I moved to LI. That's why I'm still there. So when I came home, while I was in there, I'm watching her blow. I'm watching Danny Brown pop. He changed his whole style. Like that nigga became like on some weirdo shit. Like he just had that, you know what I mean, a different vibe to him. Nigga had the mohawk. So I'm watching them two just go crazy, but Nicki going crazy. This is when I went in, Bad Rock was just starting to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole Young Money movement.
It was popping. Then when I got in there, you know, she lit. Magazines coming through. I'm looking at the magazines. Like, yo, she lit. I'm telling niggas like, yo, this is the homies. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm getting niggas is like,
Alright.
alright.
Yeah.
I call home like, yo, send the pictures. Got the
Oh,
pictures.
he called the word in, okay.
Cause you know, they used to say anything up
Yeah.
north. So niggas was like making faces. Yeah, alright. I said, alright. I stopped talking for 2 weeks. I ain't talking to nobody. I'm
I
tight.
know these pictures on their way.
Tight. Ain't talking to nobody. Niggas get on some bullshit. Where Spanx on, I'm in there like, the pictures come. I get happy. Like, alright. So, you know, niggas, a couple niggas you cool with. So, you know, niggas over there looking at pictures,
show me
laughing.
your cool
Niggas kicking.
niggas,
So
yeah.
niggas start coming over there like, what's that? What's those? Niggas start seeing, oh shit. Niggas, you know,
Wasn't lying.
niggas like, you ain't lying. Niggas start jacking your shit. But, you know, it was mad love. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, niggas like, damn, you fucked up. You in here? Like, you should be out there. Even niggas, it's crazy
I
because
hate
niggas
when
could
niggas
see.
hit you with some
Yo,
shit
but
like
Nigga had the camera, my nigga. What the fuck am I supposed to be at, my nigga?
Nigga, I'm supposed to be on point,
Yo,
but nigga, what the fuck?
I'm like, yeah, only if y'all knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's crazy. But niggas could feel your vibe in there. Like, you know, niggas knew, like, some niggas, they don't say that too. They're like, you don't belong here, bro. You belong out there doing this shit. You ain't here, you stupid nigga.
But those are real
Wrong
niggas
out
too,
here.
though.
Niggas be
Why
like,
are you in here? I don't
like-
want to hear that shit,
like, you
nigga.
stupid nigga. Niggas like, you
Yeah,
dumbass
nah.
nigga.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm in here.
Word. I was watching mad shit. Yo, I'm in the day room just watching mad shit pop.
Oh, my
Nah,
God.
niggas be saying some stupid shit.
I'm watching, it's crazy. I'm watching slow with them niggas. I start seeing the
Yeah.
slow bus. My man
That's
Stunner call, you know,
growing,
niggas
all
gonna
that.
see that growing.
Shout out
I haven't
to
seen
DJ Stunner, word.
Supreme blow. Cause Supreme was in a Jim
What, the
Jones.
clothing line?
Yeah, I watched
Oh, you
that.
knew them too?
No, I didn't know that, but I
Oh,
just
oh.
I remember seeing that logo.
Oh, as a group.
On
S.
Jim Jones and them, and
Yeah.
We're the first niggas rocking
we
that
watching
shit.
the video.
Oh,
so
shout out to Jim
so
Jones
I
and
see the
Supreme, my
Supreme
nigga.
shit. You know me, but I was always an art nigga, so I'm go. I like logos and shit. So I'm seeing, you know, my man, my
paying
brother
attention.
Stunner. You know, Stunner was
Yeah,
part of the
shout out to
movement.
you,
Stunner,
Stunner,
and
for sure.
so Stunner, you know, I'm calling home. He talking about the slow bug shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this, you know, it's a
This is what's
nightlife.
coming about,
At
yeah.
that time, I think they was doing events or something like that, or
At
It was
that
a
time,
website?
It was just moving. It was a website. There was a website for sure.
So, Stunner, different niggas I'm tapping in, calling the town, niggas tell me what's going on. So I know a lot of things that was happening, but I watched a lot of things turn into one thing into another. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, I was just in jail, man. I was just waiting to come home.
Initial reaction to when you started seeing Nicki rise up.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked.
You knew she could spit.
She had, because every nigga I had in there was official, bro. Like, it wasn't like, my shit was like making the band before.
Nah, for
like,
real.
It was niggas was in there
For real.
sparring, bro. Bars.
Your
it was
shit,
bars
what
on
was,
bars.
What was the shit Rough Riders and them had in Yonkers, the pit or something like that they called it?
Yo, bro, it was.
That was what Fire Nights was
bars
out
on
here.
bars.
That's
Trav
a
used to
fact.
be there.
Yes,
Trav.
yes.
Trav learned how to rap in my studio.
Yes.
Downtown, he fucking with cadences and
Mozzie
shit.
and everything like that.
He came up. Trav, he'll tell you. Like, Trav was in there before. Trav was like 18, 17 with
Probably
10
young,
pistols
maybe
on him.
even younger.
You feel me? Him Quan, them niggas name with 10 pistols on him like this. On some,
Image,
smoking butt niggas on some demon
Young
time.
Image,
Like,
rest in peace. All the
Image,
fools in there, facts.
Tone Mac.
Yes.
Like, it was
too.
movements on movements in there. Like, like Fox had a whole movement. You had Stack Bundles. Pretty Black was coming through there.
Rest in peace, Steam.
My
Rest in
brother,
peace, Pretty Black, facts.
Rick Steele.
Rick Steele.
He
producing.
built chemistry with Pretty Black.
Yes.
They started recording in the crack house.
In the,
like,
in
it
the
was
city.
just, it was so many.
When it counted.
It was so
facts.
many movements, bro. Like that came through there on step one or step two, regardless. Like, it was a ladder. Like, you started here, you know what I'm saying? So we built a lot of shit in there. We jumped on a lot of projects. We was on Killer Season. Big Time did Get Your Gun on there. So we was heavy
SAS
doing
was in
SAS.
they was in the movie.
Yeah, they was in the
It
movie.
was in the movie too.
They used to fly and come stay at the studio. Nigga, I used to live in the studio. A lot of niggas might not even know. I slept in that motherfucker. That was the grind. Like, I slept in the studio, nigga.
There's no reason not to be there.
My cousin and them lived around the corner, so I used to just wake up, go take a shower, change my clothes, and start my day. I was living in that bitch. I slept on the couch, nigga, on the floor in the booth.
You always had a vision.
2 days right
Huh?
there.
You always had a vision.
I always had a vision. I always had a good ear for music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what sounds good. So, Big Time, all of us, we just always knew music. Like, Big Time was DJing. I had Big Time DJing house parties at 12 years old. Niggas shooting, niggas jumping out the window. Big Time crawling underneath the 12s, the table. Like, so it's like, niggas was outside.
It all.
I'm telling you, Big Time was 10, 11, 12 DJing house parties, bro. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, shots ringing. I'm running, making sure my nephew good. You know what I'm saying? Throwing him in the closet.
Those
Niggas,
are
you know what I'm
days,
saying?
though.
Like, so music was always around me growing up. Even the R&B singer Olivia.
Yes.
You better know her. I used to be a
G-Unit
hype man when before G-Unit.
Oh, okay.
You talking J Records. When she was signed to J Records, her, Alicia Keys, and Jimmy Cozier.
Okay, I remember Jimmy Cozier.
When they first opened that label, when Clive opened that label, that was the 3 main artists that he signed. And me and Olivia went to Bayside together. I met her in Spanish class.
She's Spanish, right?
No, she's Jamaican, actually.
No.
Trying to catch an easy A, nigga.
No.
Trying to catch an easy A, nigga. This
I
is
met her.
crazy.
Yeah. I met her in Spanish class. We just became cool. That was just like my homie. But she sing because Bayside was an R&B performance school, so they had the singing, they had the instruments, they had all that shit.
On the talent type of
So
shit.
mad people, producers, mad niggas went to Bayside. So me and her became cool that she was singing. Then I was one of her dancers, like for all like her showcases, because at the time labels used to have artist showcases.
Yes.
In the city. So
Where the label would
with the labels reps used to be
like
there.
Universal Studios.
Universal, whoever, they used to come. All these reps used to come. And whatever artists at the time, up and coming artists that was lit, they would have these showcases. So different artists would perform. So me and my son Tempa, we was like her backup singers. We used to have like rehearsals. We used to come up. I used to choreograph like the dances and shit like that. And we used to go in front of these people and perform. And then she ended up getting signed to J Records. So now when she on J Records, I'm like, man, I'm not dancing, man, because I'm on some. I was on a street nigga though. I was on some.
Yeah, how was that from being a street nigga to like
dancing? And now I look at the shit. I'm like, damn, niggas make mad bread.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't disrespect
But it
LBT.
wasn't the thing then.
The gays and all that. Like, I never. But that's when a lot of that shit started coming about.
from dancing?
No, I'm just saying like they being around, like, you know what I'm saying, and it's like me being a street
Like
nigga.
enjoying it. Yeah. I got you.
started
They would be the
losing.
crowd. They would be the crowd.
It just started feeling a little awkward for me.
Yeah.
Being a street nigga, like.
Yeah.
Cause I'll be dancing and then go do some gangster shit. So,
Alright.
like,
Yeah.
so now come in, it's mad different type of people
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
They, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to, you know,
Yeah.
but,
No,
you know
we-
what I'm saying?
we
At the
with
time,
you,
it was
with you.
awkward for me. Like,
Yeah. It wasn't what you used
like
to.
niggas picking a nigga to dance like a female when you got a nigga like, you know what I mean? The masculine shit was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So to
It's
me,
a different time though.
it was different times. It was just,
It was different.
it just was fucking with me mentally. Certain things that was going on around that time. I was young, and I was like I said, I be dancing and then niggas start having a shootout, or you know what I'm saying? Like it was just different for me. So around that time, I'm with Shorty, I'm with Olivia. We on. She got signed. We start touring, all types of shit, fly shit going on, living a life. I'm like, this shit fire. Like you know what I'm saying, nigga. Nigga on the road for weeks. Nigga not spending no bread. You getting per diem money. I'm pocketing that. You get a check.
Yeah.
I'm pocketing that. I'm eating for free. Like, we just abusing all powers on tour. Like,
As you should.
It's your female. Niggas want to holler at her, yo, what you got for me?
Yo, what
No,
you-
niggas got to
just
give
to
me
get closer,
No,
what's
niggas got to
up?
give me shit. Niggas
Yeah.
give me ounces of weed. One nigga took me shopping. Jerseys was popping. I'm big buying jersey. I want that jersey, headband, Air Force Ones. Like, I used to extort niggas. Like, yeah, that's my sister. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yo, boy.
So hold on, was you messing with Olivia?
No, this is my friend. Actually, my man Nico was dating her.
Oh,
the
Nico
time.
again.
My son Nico, they was in a relationship. and at that time,
The visionary.
and at that time, yo, if y'all look at it, this shit was so crazy. Like, niggas was lit. She was signed to J Records. My mans and them was signed to Slip and Slide Records. But like I said, business was
So much
crazy.
situations around.
We
Yo,
was
you was
lit.
involved,
We
son.
was outside. We was involved. Like,
When did that go left?
which situation?
Did you and Olivia go left? Y'all cool?
No,
day,
it was
or
going.
it just
No.
it ran
That was
its
all my
course?
sister. You know, the label Alicia got hot. A lot of shit started changing.
Okay,
That's
I
a.
got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it just basically that situation was just over.
Okay.
J Records
Just ran its
it
course.
just ran its
That's it.
course. We was there. We did our thing. We got our bread, and then life went on. I came home. I got right back on the block. I started selling drugs.
I was about to say, coming home
came
now
home.
after the ride though. You coming home after a ride of waves. So how's that?
And this is why I said I started wanting to do the business side, or was always intrigued of doing my own thing, because I used to always question a lot of things when she was there. Like, why is she not doing this? Why is she not doing Ladies' Night? Because Ladies' Night was popular back then. Angie Martinez had like Ladies' Night, certain
I remember
things.
that
You know what I'm saying?
record,
So I used to always sit back and watch a lot of things, and I'm like, damn, she should be doing this, but that wasn't my place because she had a manager. You know what I'm saying? But I used to always question things that I didn't see, and me and her used to have our low conversations, or she used to be mad. You know, I used to. That was my nigga. Like, that was my road dog.
So the criticism you
So,
gave it to.
you know what I'm saying? A little bit. I used to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't overstep boundaries, but I was also learning too. I was also learning a lot of things, and I was getting intrigued by being behind the scenes, because I used to, yo, bro, I got stories, but shit used to be crazy. You feel me? So coming home, and I'm a realistic nigga, so I'm not a nigga like, damn, son. I ain't no long face nigga. I'm a hustler.
Like, yo, what's up?
I
Y'all
jump
got something for me?
Nigga,
I
I
got
came
you.
home, nigga, sat up for a little bit, had a little job. Then I just got back on the block, nigga. Shot up, went out of town, nigga, started getting money.
It's the
And that's
same,
when the
it's the
fine
same
ice shit.
thing.
And that's when, you know, I started doing fine ice and all that shit around that time after I came home. So it still had fine ice, but it just grew a lot more when I came home. I was getting a couple dollars, so it was like I was putting money into the studio and shit like that.
It's like the same thing when Big Fendi wanted to mess with Nicki, gave it the blessing.
Facts.
And then when you was in the V with 40 Cal and the boys pull up behind you, said, you know what? I'll take it.
It was mine.
I'll take
It's
my
mine.
That's what's you're
Ain't nobody else my
respectable.
shit.
Nah, real
It's not
talk.
like-
People
it's like,
gotta
oh,
respect
I
that.
ain't started, oh, I
You know how many
took-
niggas would put that under the seat and
But-
say, yo, we all will
But a lot
figure
of-
this
yo,
out?
Let's go half. 4 years. Buddy, you and me? You do 2? I do 2. Am I lying?
That's a
Listen,
fact. You know how many niggas would
Listen.
throw that under the seat and say, we'll figure this out
listen,
later?
I'm a stand-up nigga.
what?
I'm an official nigga. I'm a real nigga.
Like,
a lot of
come
niggas like, you
on,
can't
man.
label a nigga. Listen, for real, like, it's my gun. It's not, nigga, I hear stories of his gun. It ain't nothing to be proud of it being my gun, but it was my shit, nigga.
just
I was the
reality
owner.
of
It's
it,
reality
yeah.
of it. It was my shit. Nigga, like, oh, it was his gun. He took the gun charge. Like, no, nigga, it was my gun.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, and I went to jail for it. That's it. I came home. What's up? We outside. We lit.
And then that's why you will always be blessed. because you're taking accountability. Real talk. I swear to God.
I always take
Not trying to be
accountability for
funny.
myself. I never
You take accountability for your actions.
I
you
never
will always
blame
be
niggas
blessed,
for nothing.
Right or
I
wrong.
don't accuse
That's
niggas
a
for
fact.
nothing. Listen, I'm gonna take mine, bro. I'm gonna hold it down, and we're gonna keep it rolling. I ain't no lay down nigga, no freaky. I'm gonna get up and keep. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep punching, kicking, whatever I gotta do. We're gonna do it.
So now, all these waves, we do our bid, we come home. Where is Bundy Crum today? I know we got Cash Cow. I know we got parties and things. Speak on that quick, just, dwell on that, like,
Well,
where are we today?
When I came home, while I was locked up, like I said, I was an art major, so I drew my Cash Cow logo, which you'll see on the hat.
Inside?
Yeah.
Oh.
I drew it inside listening to 50, because 50 I bought a couple mixtapes. I used to buy mixtapes crazy. Even it was War Angel. He had a mixtape called War Angel, and something with his mom's title or something like that. But he was dropping a bunch of mixtapes around that time, and he kept saying Cash Cow on certain songs. He was like something to Cash Cow. Like he just kept saying this shit.
I don't know.
So I'm like,
sure
yo.
you want to do it?
So now I'm like, yo, this
you might
shit.
get like a letter from.
He could send a letter. He could invest. Nigga, let's make it happen. Like,
yeah, but go ahead.
so the nigga kept saying, it was like three. He kept saying, I kept listening to one song over. I'm like, Cash Cow. So the shit just stuck in my head. And prior to that, I had a clothing line when I was home before that. It was called C Squared for Crum Court.
Oh,
so I took it to C Squared, but I didn't know they had a clothing line called D Squared.
Oh yeah, that's out there. It probably was on the bubble at that time.
Nah, they was, but
Oh, they was all out there?
Them niggas was on runways, bro.
Yeah,
And I caught with. I'm like, these two brothers, this shit's on a runway, like. So I folded that shit.
It's still around.
Yeah,
D-Square's
facts.
still around, yeah.
I got D Squared shit too. So I folded that. So years I couldn't come up with no name, like, you know what I'm saying? Just not sweating it. So when I was locked up, like I said, I was listening to mixtape. I kept hearing this nigga say Cash Cow. I'm like, Cash Cow. So I just started thinking, like, this shit is catchy. So I started doodling. I started drawing. I opened encyclopedia so I could just see the cow's head. So in the encyclopedia, I see the cow head. So I just drew the cow head. I'm like, Cash Cow clothing. I'm like, clothing. I'm like, yo, let me put the bill on the top of the head. I'm gonna take an eye, make it a stitch, like a stitch in your clothes, the other eye, make it a button, like a button on the shirt, and I made a mouth a zipper. So this Cash Cow, you got the clothing, you got the cash, you got the cow, and you got the clothing. So all the concepts fit into that one logo. Yeah. So I started sending that shit home to my brother, because my brother was another nigga that was like into fashion. He was an art major too, my older brother. So I started putting that shit in the mail, sending it home. He's like, yo, got something, got something. I was like, yo, just hold it down. When I come home, we're gonna put it together. I came home, I just started building off of it, fucking with it, and, putting it out there. So, I'm still tapping at it. Anywhere I want it to be, but I ain't give up on it. So we just still tapping, still scratching the surface.
It's dope.
Niggas
bro.
like it. You know what I'm saying? That shit bread too. Niggas be thinking clothesline. That shit's bread.
No,
Of course.
It's bread. You spend bread. I spent thousands and thousands and thousands. I invested a lot of money. I made money, but it's something. If you're gonna keep it, going. Like so.
And it's been how long Cash Cow been out?
About 10 years.
Yeah, it's a fact.
10.
Because I remember somebody came home. I was on YouTube. I'm like, wow, Bundy's home.
Oh yeah.
Big party.
The big party.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I wish I was there, but I wasn't involved, I'm like, yo, I wish I was there.
I was at that bowling alley one time.
Yeah, the bowling alley.
Yeah,
I
the bowling alley.
remember that shit. Yeah.
Facts.
Shout out
Like,
Stutter too. I remember you talking.
Yeah, when I came home, my
mom's
mom's put a bag in my hand. Nicki looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? So I had a couple dollars.
Big shout out to your moms. Big shout out to Nicki. Because Nicki ain't forget.
People ain't forget.
Nah, she called me, got on the phone, you know what I'm saying? She said, I got something for you. She wanted something to me. She looked
That's
out
hard.
like, I always appreciate shit. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
Like
hard.
I said, and, like my mom's, she was like, yo, I was like, oh, all right. Like,
Yeah,
so I started,
moms.
I went, bought a
It
couple
might have been
things, got some
something in
boogers, but
disguise. I don't want to say jail is a blessing in disguise. It might have been something in disguise of where, look what you created from that time. You get what I'm saying?
not only created, it helped actually matured in jail.
See? You know what I'm
I
saying?
a lot of people see me, they don't really know the old me. So it's like, it's two different people. And like I said, every 10 years, you're supposed to change. 15, people change. And I could say, like, I matured in there. Even though I was a little older, but mentally, you could be ignorant. You could be this and that. You don't see certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I got that to sit up in there, I got to build with myself. I got to check myself. You know what I'm saying? I got to vibe. I got to really get on the phone, talk to my moms, and learn. I learned a lot of things that I didn't know about my family.
And things, yeah.
Because I'm running the streets so much. You know your mom's like,
don't slow
but
down.
you don't know history. My mom's is teaching me history, the family history, Haiti, everything. So it's like I grew. I'm in there reading. I'm not saying I'm OD, but I'm reading. I'm learning new things. I'm learning myself. My body. I'm working out. I was out of shape. I came home. I was like 143 when I came home. I only jumped 188. I was 143. My waist was a 27 when I came home. You feel what I'm saying? I went to jail with a.
That's tough.
I went to jail with a
memory's flooded.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I came home. I'm like I'm throwing some tight shit on. Niggas up there making jokes. Niggas wearing because we just got TV. Where niggas wearing skinny. You like I'm like I'm putting some skinny shit on when I get home. My t-shirt's gonna be tight when I get home. So it's like being in jail. Like I just said, like I got to work on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things I used to think I used to be. When I was like, damn, nigga, you was 20, you was ignorant, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I grew a lot, humbled myself. I was always a quiet nigga, but I really humbled myself and really look at a lot of things. Because being home these 10 years, man, was kind of rough. Yeah. Even though I good, but I had to hold myself back from doing a few things that I'm like, it's easier for me to do some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's easy to say, fuck this shit, man.
Fact.
Like, get
so
back
I had to learn how to
do.
control myself. And there's niggas talking about, yo, bun something. Yo, I'm like, nah, nigga, niggas ain't gonna trick me. I ain't going back. That's just for suckers. That's just corny in there, bro. Like, corny. I don't care what niggas say. Listen, them people's telling you what to do, man. I don't give a fuck what you doing in there, man. Niggas lock you up, throw away the key, they put you. That shit is just corny, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm just, to this day, I just be like, yo, I ain't going back to that shit. Fuck that shit.
If a person just see you now, they would never know that you went there.
The way you carry yourself.
I don't let that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is whatever it was that.
It ain't changed
I'm
you.
home. It ain't changed me. It helped me. Nobody deserves to be in jail, but it helped me. Like as far as like getting my shit together.
Yeah.
So maybe if I didn't go, maybe I'd be dead or like niggas was wilding. Like
yeah, you don't know where it would.
I could have went left. I could have got killed. I could have killed somebody. I could have been doing way more time. And this shit I was doing, and I got that, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll take this. Because I know what I could have really went to jail for.
I could have been
25, 15, trafficking charges, whatever charges, like. So let me take this. Let me go sit down real quick. I'll be back.
Now Bundy Crum is the nightlife king now.
Yeah, one of them.
You know what I'm saying? But
you're part of a good circle. You're always part of a good circle. That's what we see, though. You're always part of a good circle.
I never knew I'd be a promoter, though. Because coming home, that was, like I said, I'm thinking about clothes, getting back to this music shit. Like, but, all that shit go together. So when I became a promoter, I wasn't even thinking about that. Because I met this comedian kid named Flyboy Chris. Okay. He used to always see me out, 20 deep, 30 deep. He like, every time I see you, you mad deep and mad people. Who are you? The nigga just came to me like that. I'm like,
I respect that nigga though, real talk.
This nigga's a joker, you know what I'm saying? But he was serious.
Yeah.
The nigga's like, I'm a comedian. He's like, we should do a party together. I'm like, do a party together? What you mean do a party together? He's like, yo, we could do a party.
How
mad
does that
people.
Work? A comedian party?
Yeah, to tell you. So the nigga's like, yo, and at the time, there's a comedian called Rick Michaels that be on a Wild 'N Out. That's his mentor. So he's telling me I could get all these comedians, blase, blase. So I'm like, oh word? Man, fuck it. I knew mad people. My homegirl was a bartender. My homegirl Asia. Shout out to Asia. Okay. I called Asia. I'm like, yo, cause on the gram, I had curfew, so I wasn't outside that man. So I used to be on the gram looking. I see her working at this lounge. So I called her like, yo, what's up with that lounge right there? I said, what's going on? You can get me a night. She's like, I got you a night. Got the flyers done. I started just doing a weekly with this nigga. He started getting me niggas from Wild 'N Out. The hood is lit. I got Spanky. I got.
Oh, word?
I got Ashley Larry. I got.
Oh, that's fire.
I got niggas in the hood on Merrick.
On a Wednesday night. My nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's date night. I got wings, 30 platter wings, bottles. It's lit on a Wednesday, like lit. I'm talking about 200 people in there on Wednesday night. So I start doing that shit weekly now. So I'm making bread. I'm like, damn, I'm going home with 1,200, 1,500. Okay. I ain't got one day. Like, I could chill in the crib. I could just relax. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't beat, but I got parole. So I'm like, sneak out one night. That's the night I'm gonna sneak out to make this bread.
Yeah, get that bread.
And I lived in Lawton for a long time, so I knew everybody over there. So I'm good. So I'm like, this is the one night I gotta sneak out to make this bag.
Do what you do.
Niggas work all week to make 1,800. You know what I'm saying? I'm making in one day. I just gotta sit home. Fuck with people on Instagram, come to my party. Promo. Yo, it's your birthday. And I knew mad niggas. So niggas like, this what you doing? When it's my birthday, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, facts.
But then I knew artists, because I'm doing the music shit. I'm doing niggas single release parties. niggas was not doing single release parties.
It's a fact.
I'm one of the first niggas that was putting local artists on flyers doing single release parties. Niggas was just doing big DJs and big time artists. Clubs did not have single release parties for local artists.
Yeah.
So I was doing that. Shit was lit. Then once I got off parole, my son Strike hit me. My man Strike Sinatra hit me.
Shout out Strike,
Hey, yo, come fuck with me on the strip club shit. I never did that shit. So I started. Now I'm doing 3 parties a week, making a band a night, $1,500 a night, nigga. I'm like, oh shit, it's lit.
Facts.
I ain't gotta do nothing. I ain't gotta sell no drugs. I ain't gotta rob nobody. I ain't hit nobody in the head with a brick. I ain't gotta do shit. Oh, and then it just took off. It just got lit. And then, like I said, still fuck with the music. Then Red Cafe came along. You know, I was always tired of him. But now I got close to like working with him because which was my artist, Ruth Spitz, became his artist now.
Yeah,
so we start working under Shakedown, the umbrella. I start A&R and records for him over there. You know, so I learned a lot from him as well. So, you know, that's my brother.
Yeah.
I'm Shakedown for life. So I start working under him, and like to this day, we just, you know, that's like one of my mentors.
Yeah.
So we just lit.
Well, bro,
Yeah, word.
bro, I'm not gonna lie. Through the trials and tribulations, I would say this cash cow right here has been blessed.
Thank you. Appreciate
You've
it.
been a part of Shakedown, Nicki Minaj,
40
Stack Bundles, 40 Cal,
Danny Brown.
Maserati Fox.
Maserati Fox, Dumb Out Movements.
Stacks.
You know what I mean? A lot of neighborhood heroes. You know, I don't want to call them locals. Neighborhood heroes, and yet you still you went through your time, you took it, came home, still found your way. That's a blessing.
Yeah, still
That's
grinding.
a blessing, and still going.
Still doing the artist. You know what I'm saying?
saying?
Everybody's still around. Do Pesci getting.
Doe Pesci
He's
with
still,
Banks.
He's still with Banks.
He's running with
He
Banks.
getting a lot
Banks,
of credits.
you know what I'm saying?
A Boogie, Flood
Yes,
My Wrist,
A-
Don Q, Uzi. You know what I'm saying?
Come
So
on,
my
man.
guys are still working. Like niggas
And these
still
are
out
from
here.
your umbrella. There's so much people under your umbrella.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And
Came through your studio.
we had to give you
Shy
your
used to come
flowers,
through.
man.
Shy came through. He did a lot of work. He's still
Shatik said,
here.
after this, let's call Duke and let's situate things. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
but
facts.
real talk, we appreciate you. You a person, like the name of the show, you a person who has set the tone.
Appreciate it.
You know what I
Been
mean?
set the tone, you
Been
heard?
set the
Appreciate it,
tone.
fellas.
25 years ago, you
You know
heard?
what I mean? There's shows out here who give flowers. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna start giving out people. You know what I'm
word.
saying? We're gonna figure out what we give out people. But
I'll take
we
cash,
you know what I'm saying?
I'll take cash.
Yo, whatever you need.
I like some money.
Highlight right here, you heard? Highlight, don't give it to you, you heard?
I like bread.
You
You
know
know,
what
I
I'm
love the
saying?
money, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
I like yo, Nemo's tonight. Yo,
We
take
all
care of
support
that,
each
you know what
other.
I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But-
you know, we the guys.
Real talk, we appreciate you, and we don't want it to stop. We want to still, be honest, we're on our way too. We try
Nah,
to be them
definitely,
cash cows
shit.
as well. So we try
I
to
see
work.
y'all.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm saying?
I see y'all doing your thing. I love it. Like, I appreciate y'all.
Fine.
Episode, when I said episode 50, I'm like, damn, I'm working.
Yeah, no, we
Nah,
trying.
damn. Bless
We
y'all,
working,
brothers.
we
Definitely.
working.
Commend
We
y'all.
appreciate you for pulling up, man, setting the tone with us, man. Once again, it's your boy Lane Leezy.
Chasing the lights.
Got my man Bundy Crum.
Salute.
Set
Haitian
the Tone
Poppy.
podcast.
Haitian
You
Don
heard? We
King.
global now.
Nula.
Wow, bien,
Yeah. All right, we out.
You already.
Won't.